Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Science Access. Today we continue our set part 2. Now, today we'll be treating the topic, the power set and the number of subsets. Before we start, we'll define the terms powers of power set and subset. First, the power set of a set is the list. It's a list of all the possible subsets. The list of all the possible subsets. Let's take for instance, if a set A has the following element, the power set, which is power set of A, remember is the possible subset. Now, when dealing with power set and subsets, the first people make mistake is they have seen a lot of people complaining. Should we start with the empty set? Yes, you start with the empty set. Now, how do you get the empty set? If let me just remove the elements from here, it will just remain empty bracket, right? Then move 1 to 3 to be empty. So that's why we start from the empty set. Empty set is always the leading set. Now we have the set 1, right? The subset 1. And remember, a set is a subset of itself. So if set A is the subset of itself, that means the power set A will be empty set, right? Which I told you, which is the leading set. The subset A1, the subset 2, subset 3, the subset 1, 2, right? Subset 1, 3, subset 2, 3, and subset 1, 2, 3. As you can see now, we went back to the question again. So set A is a subset of itself. Now to determine the possible subset, right, which is the next point we will be dealing with now. Using the formula, the power set of set A equals 2 raised to the power of n. This is the formula in calculating the subset of a set. Now, where n is the number of elements. So the number of elements here is 3, which is n. That's given that n equals 3. N equals 3. Implying the formula, power set A equals 3, our n, 2, our n, which is 3, which is about 3, equals 8. Now to validate or to prove if what we've done here is correct or we're on track, we have to count the number of subsets. If the number of subsets equals 8, that means we're on track. Now counting from the empty set, which is the leading set, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is correct. Now, solving more example of this. Example 1. Example number 1. Write each of the following sets in set notation. A. X belongs to the set of English alphabet. B. 3 belongs to odd numbers. C. Y does not belong to set S. Solution. So let's go with the first one, A. Now, I said that, okay, since the X belongs to a set of English alphabet, it may be A, B, C. So I said, let the English alphabet be A. Let the English alphabet be A. Therefore, X is an element. When we say something is an element of a set, we use this symbol here. Use the symbol which is here. That means X is an element of A. X belongs to A. X is a member of set A. So this is the answer for this one. Now, B. 3 belongs to odd numbers. What are odd numbers? Remember, odd numbers are numbers that cannot be divided by 2 exactly. Odd numbers are numbers that cannot be divided by 2 exactly. Now, divided by 2, right? Now, using the same English alphabet A, 3, they say 3, this 3 belongs to odd numbers. So 3 is among them. So using the set A equals 3. After 3, the next odd number can be 4. 4 can be divided by 2. 5 can be divided by 2. 6 can be divided by 2. 7, 8, 9, etc. etc. So this is the answer for this one. 3 is a member of odd numbers. So this is the answer for this question. Now, going to C, the third question here. Y does not belong to set S. Y does not belong to set S. That simply means that if we use this as a member, S belongs to a member of A. So we use this sign, symbol. Writing this again with a cross. So Y is not cross a member of set X. This is what they're trying to tell us. So in casing this one, that means we're on track. Now going to the next question, example 2. Describe the following sets in words. Describe the following sets in words. Now set A, when you see this symbol, means this is the symbol. This symbol means subset. This symbol means subset. That means A is a subset of B. Now, in words now, this all implies that A is a subset of B. Set A is a subset of set B. Now, the second question, which is B, F, as you can see again, you see this symbol, but this time it's slash, right, of K. This implies that F is not a subset. It is not a subset of K. So when you see symbols like this, it is a subset. Like this, it is not a subset. Or like when you see this is an element, while this, not an element. So be used to these symbols. We get a lot of questions from this part. So now, example number 3. Example number 3. Write the following set. Write the following in set builder notation. Okay. A, even numbers between 10 and 30. Even numbers between 10 and 30. B, universities in Nigeria. C, prime numbers between 1 to 30. Prime numbers between 1 to 30. Now, our answer, let's solve our answer number 1. First, what are even numbers? Even numbers are numbers that can be divided by 2 exactly without any remainder. I reiterate, even numbers are numbers that can be divided by 2 exactly without any remainder. Now, let the set be represented with A. Then A, therefore, set A equals now even numbers. 10 can be divided by 2 from 10 to 30, right? 12 can be divided by 2. 14 can be divided by 2. 16 can be divided by 2. 18 can be divided by 2. 20 can be divided by 2. 22 can be divided by 2 as well. 24 can be divided by 2. 26 can be divided by 2. 28 can be divided by 2. Even 30 itself can be divided by 2. So this is the answer for this. This is the answer for this. Now, number 2, B, universities in Nigeria. I told you set. Just like you can use objects in sets. You can use we can use object to serve. We can use things, materials in sets. It's a set of boys, set of girls, set of robbers, set of countries, set of states, etc. Now, they say this time they told us set of universities in Nigeria. To be precise, set Z contains the elements which are Nigeria, universities in Nigeria. Example universities in Nigeria, we have the Venn, the Unilag, and the LASU, etc. etc. So these are universities in Nigeria. These are sets of universities in Nigeria. So question number C, prime numbers between 1 to 30. Prime numbers between 1 to 30. Now let's check the meaning of prime number before solving. You should know the meaning of something before attempting something. Now, prime numbers are numbers that can only be divided by 1 and each self. So, solving for this question, question C, Z, which is the set, equals 1, 2. 2 can be divided by 1 and itself. 3 can be divided by 1 and itself. 5 can be divided by 1 and itself. 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, 23, and 29. So these are examples of prime numbers or factors. Going to the next example. Example 4. List the members of each of the following, right? we have this pattern is in a builder notation. When you see pattern like this, is in a builder notation. Set A equals X, right? It's such that I told you before. I told you before that this symbol signifies such that X X set A contains elements or member X such that X is greater than 5 but lesser than 8. That's for A. While B, set C contains element X such that X is greater than or equal to 7 and X is lesser than or equal to 5. So these are the way we interpret these things. So where B, D, set D equals contains element S so that S is a perfect square between 2 and 20. Okay, what do you understand by the word perfect square? Perfect square are numbers that when you square them, like for example, square root of 4 equals 2. When you square them, when you take their square root, they will give you a whole number, right? Like 4, like 16 give you 4, etc. etc. We have 9, right? Square root of 9 give 3. So those are perfect squares. Okay, solution to this question, set A contains X element. So this setting is in a builder notation setting. To interpret this setting, therefore is set A contains X element. The element is ranging from 5 and 8 here. But this interpretation really tells us that X is greater than 5, where 5 itself is lesser than X. X is greater than 5, 5 is lesser than X. So if X is greater than 5, the next number greater than 5 is 6, right? 6 is greater than 5. Now, the other side is going to tell us that X itself now is lesser than 8. So 8 is greater than X. So since X is greater than 5, greater than 8, so X in this point would be 7 because 8 is greater than 7. 8 is greater than X. 5 is lesser than X. 6 is greater than 5. This is what I'm trying to tell us. Now, number 2, set C, it's another builder notation, contains element such that the element X is greater than or equal to 0 and lesser than or equal to 5. Interpreting this one, therefore, set C, since X is greater than or equal to 0, start our counting from 0 because X is greater than or equal to 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Where should we stop? Come to this side again, where X is lesser than or equal to 5. So for 5, we stop at 5, it's equal to 5. So this is the interpretation for this set C. Set D contains element S such that, this column I told you signifies such that S is a perfect square between 2 to 20. What are perfect square? Perfect square are numbers that each square can give you a whole number. For example, now I have 4, right? Sorry. We have 4, give you 2, right? So this is a perfect square. We have 9, I will give you 3. And a perfect square are numbers that when you take the square of them, they give you a whole number without decimal. So we have 16, 16 give you 4. So we have 4, 9, and 16. They told us between 2 to 20. So these are the only perfect squares between the range of 2 and 20. So this is the answer for this one. Example 5. If set A contains the following element and set B contains the following element and set C contains the following element. Question A. Draw the Venn diagram to show the intersection of the 3 sets. What is intersection? The element common, the common element. Now we look at display of solution and display of the board. This is a Venn representation. It's always in a circular and a boundary. So now, what is the element common to the 3 sets? 10 is not common, 11 is not, 12 and 13 is not common, 14. Let's say this is our set A, our set B, right? And set C. contains the element. Which line are they touching? Which element is common? The common element. Which element? What is the intersecting point? This is set A, set B, and set C. The intersecting point is the line where the three are touching each other, where the three are in equilibrium and the same. So the element common to that should be in this place are the element common to the three sets. The element common is 12 and 14. So 12 and 14 are to be in this place because they are the element that binds the three sets together. So this is our intersecting point. So the element in this place, the element present here are the 12 and the 14, as showcased by this data given to us. So this is the question for number 1. And number 2, question B, find the intersection between the three elements. This one not in a Venn diagram representation. The number one we all know, A, B, C. The element common to 3, as I told you, it is 12 and 14. So 12 and 14. Question C, find the union between the three sets A, B, and C. The union means the algorithm tells us to combine all the elements together. Element in A, element in B, element in C. So combine them together, we're going to add them up together. So let's add them up. The lowest list here is 10, right? We have 10, we have 11 present, we have 12, we have 13, we have 14, we have 15, and we have 18. So combining the three elements together, we have 10 is present, we have 11 is present, we have 12, we have 13, we have 14, we have 15, we have 16. Don't get confused. Just say, okay, sir, but 10 is not present in C, or 10 appears to 10. Should we write the 10? No. In set or an element should not be repeated twice. See, it is present. Since we are talking about union, if it occurs twice or twice, just pick it once. If, for example, let us say 10 appeared only in set A, just take the 10, at least 10 is present among the three. So you see, 11 present, just pick one of it. 12, pick one. 13 is only present in A, pick it because it is present. We're talking about union, the combination of the three. So that's how we got to this value here. So this is our answer for this. So now, question number D. Set A intersecting with B intersecting C. First of all, when solving problem like this, I prefer to deal with the one inside the bracket. Then, so B intersecting with C will give us, with the diagram, go straight to the data given to us, the element common to both set B and C, 12 and 14, and the element common. So that's how we got our 12 and 14. Now, therefore, finally now, set A intersecting with set B in C, which is this one. No, so we're going to go to our tape, our data given to us, and check on set A with this one. So we're going to take the element common to set A and set B intersecting with C. So let's see, we have 12 here, we have 12 here. So 12 become 12 and 14. So 12 is common between this and set A, while 14 as well is common with this and set A. So our this one A intersecting bracket open B intersection C is 12 and 14. So these are the elements common to both this one and this one. So question E, find set A intersecting with bracket open B union C. I told you before, solving questions like this, we first of all deal with the ones inside the bracket. We solve them simultaneously. Where B union C. What is union? the element to combine the sets together. The element within the set or the members of the set to compare them together between set C, set B, and set C. Now comparing them together with our data given to us, we have our 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, and 18. You see, 10, 11, 12, 15, 14, 15, and 18. Therefore, set A intersecting with bracket open B, union C. So this is our union B, C. So now let's find the intersection between this and this. So intersection, it is said that the element common to A and this one. So let's go to our data given to us. 10 is common, right? 10 is common to both this and this. 11 is common, let's check. Yes, 11 is common to both this and this. 12 is common. 12 is common. Yes, 12 is common. Let's check 14. 14 is common. We have our 14. Okay, let's check 15. No, not 15. It ended at 14. So this is the answer to this one. First of all, when I saw the problem, the first thing I did was to solve for the one inside the bracket, B, union C, by combining the element between set C and set B and C together. When I added the element together, it gave me this one. So after that, the last question, or the last phase of this question is to find the intersection between set A and this bracket given to us. How did I go about solving this one? I looked for the element common to set A and set B union C. So when I checked my data given to me, found that 10, 11, 12, and 14 would come out to this and this. So this is our final answer to this question. This is our final answer. So when solving problem like this, just take time to view the data given to you before solving. Remember that this is your intersection, right? Why this is your union. You solve for this before this. This is how to solve this problem. Example 7. Show that set A contains the following X numbers such that X is greater than -4, -4 is lesser than X, where X is when 5 is greater than X or equal to X. That's what I try to say. Or you can say X is greater than -4, while X is lesser or equal to 5. Is a subset of B, so that X, which is the element representing the element, is greater than or equal to -7 and lesser than or equal to +6. So B says find the intersection between set A and set B. Answer A, this one is A containing the member X, such that X is greater than -4 and lesser than or equal to 5. Representing this one, interpreting this question given to us, set A equal to, since X is greater than -4, so we start our counting from -3. -3 is for sure and greater than -4. So we start our counting from -4, -2, -1, 0. Where should we stop our counting? Where should we stop? Remember, the other side tells us that X is lesser than or equal to 5. So since X is equal to 5, we're going to start at 5. +1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the interpretation of this question given to us. So first of all, interpret before finding the subset. Now B in this format, while set B contains elements of member X, you saw that the X itself is greater than or equal to -7, and the other side tells us that X is lesser than or equal to +6. Therefore, set B equals, since X is greater than or equal to 7, so we start accounting from 7 because X is equal to -7. -7, -6, -5, -4, -3, -2, -1. 0, 1. Where should we start by counting from? So, interpreting the other side of the question, it says that x is lesser than or equal to 6, positive 6. So, we stop at 6, or 0, or 1, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, and our 6. So, we've interpreted this one now. So, it's told us that show that set A is a subset of set B. What is a subset? Inside that, okay, with this interpretation now, -3 started here, right? +5 ended here. So set A is inside of set B. Set A is contained in set B. That signifies that A is a subset of B. A is inside of B. A is contained in B. Yeah, that's the answer. So now, B, this says that after interpreting this one, then find the intersection between set A and set B. Find the intersection between set A and set B. Intersection, I told you before, is the element common to set A and set B. And the element with this interpretation given to us, the elements common to set A and set B are the -3, because -3 is inside here, they are common. The common element here are the -3, -2, -1, 0, +1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is the union between set A and set B. So this is the answer. Because set A is contained in set B. Very easy, and that is how to do questions like this. Example number 8. Example 8. Find the intersection between set A and set B. Find the intersection between set A and set B. In other words, find the common element present to set A and set B, given that set A contains the following members: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I told you in my last video that elements or members are separated from each other by a comma. See, the comma are used respectively. While set B is equal to empty or null set. So, see a question like this. B does not contain any element, right? So it is empty or null. Therefore, the intersection between A and B is null, empty, no element is common. So this is our answer: null or empty set. So thank you for watching this video. In our next video, we solve more questions related to our questions like this for better understanding. For those people writing an exam or test in your respective locations, please support our channel by liking, press the notification button so that you get notified when we post new videos. Success is our priority. Thank you.